Caribbean Newsline is brought to you by the Barbados Tourism Marketing, Inc.
Trinidad's Prime Minister rattled by the crime situation in the Twin Island Republic. That's our top story in Caribbean Newsline for Monday, January 23. From the CMC News Center in Bridgetown, I'm Nicole Best. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. It's only 23 days into the new year, but already there have been more murders than days. 38 people have been killed in Trinidad and another 2 in neighboring Tobago. Speaking after the ruling People's National Movement's youth rally on the weekend, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said he is not satisfied with the state of affairs in the Twin Island Republic. We get more in this report from Jewel Brown of TV6 News.
I'm not satisfied with the results. I am far from satisfied with the results, but I'm also very cognizant that we are a violent society and the opportunities for carrying out violence are becoming more and more because the availability of firearms makes that violence too easily available.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, as he expressed his concerns over the level of lawlessness in the country and the escalating crime rate. He noted, however, that not all crimes are gun-related.
So even without the firearms, the whole question of violence and lawlessness is something that must attract the national attention, and the government would relentlessly work towards ensuring that there's an environment where this is not the norm.
Last week, Acting Police Commissioner Stephen Williams said he would be the first to resign if he felt dissatisfied with the effort he is putting into his job and the results he is getting. National Security Minister Edmund Dillon weighed in on those comments.
I don't think it's a question of whether he's the right man for the job. The fact is that he has been selected by the Police Service Commission, which is the authority to deal with management of the police service. The Police Service Commission deals with the Commissioner of Police and the Deputy Commissioner of Police. It's a question of management.
As for the security for the Tobago House of Assembly elections on Monday, the police service will get a helping hand from the Defence Force.
Meanwhile, rising crime is also worrying officials in the Bahamas. The most recent incident was last week when 3 students of the government high school were stabbed on campus. The opposition Free National Movement says it will release an extensive crime-fighting plan soon. We get more in this story from ZNS Network News.
FNM candidates spoke on crime and gang violence in our schools after 3 students of the government high school were stabbed on campus on Thursday. FNM candidate for South Beach, Jeff Lloyd, says he visited the school's campus on Friday, and out of 900 students, only 32 of them showed up to school. Sports Day was postponed following the stabbings. He claims there are incidents at the school often, with 2 of them recently being gang-related, involving males and females. He says the government and the ministers responsible for education and national security have failed to respond to the vexing issue and challenged the nation's leader to show more compassion to the GHS body by visiting the campus on Monday morning.
Why has he failed to address the nation, or at least visit the campus of the government high school in the aftermath of these serious and heinous events, since he and his PLP government claim to care so much about Bahamians and our children?
FNM candidate for Mount Moriah and former Deputy Commissioner of Police Marvin Dames says the government has made it clear that crime is down in this country, but our young men continue to die on our streets. Dames says it is now time for a paradigm shift to fight the war on crime and gave some points of the crime-fighting plans he feels should be implemented.
The Christie administration must immediately install metal detectors at the main entrances to all junior and senior high schools in the country and ensure that all students are properly screened before entering school campuses. The Christie administration must immediately engage professionally trained security officers to supplement police presence at and around all public schools. We need the use of better technology like CCTV as well to assist us with the fight.
In other news this evening, the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority, the ECCA, has given permission for operations to begin at St. Vincent's multi-million-dollar Argyle International Airport. It is due to open officially on February 14. And Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves told a news conference on Monday that Permanent Secretary for Civil Aviation Godfrey Pompey had received approval from the ECCA. Gonsalves, who is responsible for civil aviation, said he has been advised that regional carrier Liat wanted to move their aircraft to Argyle on the night of February 13 after their last flight to E.T. Joshua Airport. This would allow the first set of passengers to depart from the new facility the next day. 2 international charters are also expected to land at Argyle on February 14. Gonsalves says there will be a full operational test of facilities at the new airport on Tuesday to determine if there are any problems to be resolved before the opening. A second test is scheduled for February 4 of all emergency systems such as fire, Coast Guard and the National Emergency Management Organization. The $729 million EC airport will begin operating 6 years behind schedule. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Gonsalves on Monday remained largely tight-lipped about this year's budget, which will be presented to Parliament on February 6. But he suggested that it will include measures to deal with the impact of climate change. Gonsalves, who is also Minister of Finance, announced at a press conference in Kingstown that he has allocated 1 day, January 30, for the debate of the estimates of income and expenditure for 2017. The date is rather late, and the Prime Minister seemed to have anticipated questions about this. He noted that the Constitution says that within 1 month of the start of the financial year on January 1, the Finance Minister must prepare and cause to be laid before the House the estimates of income and expenditure for that year. Gonsalves said he intends to have Parliament approve the figures before the end of next Monday's debate, but he will reserve the week beginning February 6 for the budget debate.
Well, Kenton, I would like you to wait until I present the estimates. It's not long from now, but I just want to say this. Last year on the current account, we had a deficit, if I remember correctly, planned deficit of about $12–13 million, a number around that. Don't crucify me if it's a little bit above or a little bit below, but certainly in excess of double figures. But the outturn this year, last year, sorry, the actual outturn had a surplus on the current account of $59 million.
In January 2016, Parliament approved a $912 million EC budget, but Gonsalves says a number of trough systems in St. Vincent and the Grenadines towards the end of last year left about $100 million EC in damage and loss. He told reporters on Monday that the cleanup cost the government over $10 million.
Because I always say with the estimates, it depends on how you manage the actual budget itself And last year, we did something, and it's not such a bad thing. We underestimated the extent of the performance of the revenue. The revenue performed above expectations last year. Several different reasons, which I'll explain in the Parliament in one of the debates. But still, we do have ongoing challenges. We're not out of the woods. The global situation and all what has happened here, including very much the natural disasters, take up a lot of money. I mean, take for instance, the cleaning up alone after November is over $10 million.
Last year's budget was passed in the absence of opposition, who boycotted the debate as part of their rejection of the results of the December 2015 general election, which they accused the Gonzalez government of stealing. Barbados' Prime Minister Frendel Stewart says he is confident that his Democratic Labour Party will win the next general election. In the last vote, Stewart led the DLP to a narrow 16-14 victory over the Barbados Labour Party. There have been repeated calls for the opposition for fresh elections, given the current state of affairs in the country. But Stewart told an Errol Barrow Memorial Church service on Sunday that the party will defeat its opponents.
Don't get distracted by a lot of the incoherent noises you hear from time to time. Those issues are going to be settled on a date that I will determine. And we will rout our adversaries and put them to flight. I have said over and over again, that a horse can look very, very fast when he's training by himself. My constituency is not too far from the Garrison Savannah. When I pass there sometimes, you can see some horses training, and especially around Gold Cup time, and you say, well, nobody can beat him on Saturday. He's training by himself and look real fast. But on Gold Cup Day, when he has the real competition, you realize that he was nothing at all.
Coming up in Caribbean Newsline, 2 former Moravian church leaders in Jamaica charged with sexual offenses. That story and more when we return. Stay with us.
Get ready for the Caribbean's most original carnival, Dominica's Carnival, Mass Dominic 2017, February 4th to the 28th. Revel in the splendor of a masquerade band. Experience the parades, the non-stop fetes, Dominica nights, Dominiki do, Mass Dominic, the real mass. Come, revel with us. Visit us online at dominicafestivals.com or call us at 767-255-8221.
Round Hay Pharmacy now has 2 locations to fill your prescriptions promptly and efficiently. Our branch at One Accord Plaza is open daily, including Sundays and bank holidays. Also, check out our new drive-through location at Warren's Healthcare Complex in Michael, the first and only drive-through pharmacy in Barbados. For more information, call Round Hay One Accord Plaza at 421-7863 and our new drive-through branch at Warren's in Michael at 424-5574.
The jonkonu's fife, the rhythm of the drum, the strum of the pan, the lilt of the voice from island to mainland, all pigments and tones, old and young, his and hers, all we are one. You, we, me. This is Yui TV.
The Moravian Church in Jamaica was rocked further on Monday after two former leaders were charged with carnal abuse and indecent assault. The arrest of former Moravian President Paul Gardner and his deputy Jermaine Gibson followed the arrest of Rupert Clark, another Moravian minister who is currently before the court on alleged sexual misconduct. The two men were charged following investigations by detectives from the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, but they insist they are innocent. The law firm representing them said in a statement the pastors believe the accusations were being made out of sheer malice with the intention of destroying their good name. It said the available evidence is riddled with inconsistencies and lacks credibility or corroboration. Still in Jamaica, police have warned that gangs have stepped up their recruitment of children. The caution comes after a 14-year-old boy was arrested by police over the weekend, armed with a firearm and several rounds of ammunition. Assistant Commissioner of Police Elan Powell says the practice of gangs recruiting young boys is now a worrying trend. He says they are ripe for recruitment by gangsters, and he calls on the community, parents and churches to play a greater role in guiding these young people. Dominica is looking to resume exporting bananas to the United Kingdom 2 years after it was forced to halt the trade because of the black sigatoka disease. The fungus leads to premature ripening of the fruit and has been affecting the local crop since 2011. Windfresh, the company which imports and distributes bananas, suspended imports in January 2015 due to concerns over the quality of the fruit. But Agriculture Minister Johnson Drigo said the government has been meeting with farmers and other stakeholders to assist them in getting ready for the export market. Drigo said they are establishing the banana unit, and farmers are now able to purchase fertilizer at a reduced price in an effort to help them rehabilitate their farms. Bananas were once Dominica's main export crop, earning over 150 million EC dollars per year. The Martinique Chamber of Commerce and Industry says it's committed to forging closer relationships with the Greater Caribbean region. The commitment was given by the new president of the chamber. We get more in this special report from our friends at France Carré Broadcast.
The Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Martinique, which participates in the management of the Grand Port Maritime and the Martinique Airport Aimé Césaire, represent more than 28,000 traders, industrialists and services that it accompanies throughout their life. Philippe Jock, its president elected last November, highlights its ambitions for exchanges with the Caribbean. I am, since November 2016, president of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Martinique, and on this occasion I would like to say how much I'm attached to Caribbean anchorage. In my previous functions, I campaigned and obtained the adhesion of professional organizations to the Confederation of Caribbean Employers. And I intend to pursue this Caribbean commitment to the Chamber of Commerce and Industry and bring it into practice. To make sure that our neighbors, whom we do not know enough, know us better, and that we also get to know them, exchange on a common basis of values, common problems concerning the development of our Caribbean zone. I think we'll go further together than separately. The vision I have of our Caribbean exchange is that what is lacking today is not so much a problem of regulation or legislation, but the fact that we do not know enough and not enough personal relationships. So, I really believe in these exchanges, these encounters between men, between young people. They must start exchanging from the primary school so that we know each other better. And of course, we want to do business together. It's also the objective of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Martinique to allow the development of trade and business in the Caribbean.
We thank our partners at France Carré Broadcast for this special report, and we encourage you to join us every Monday for news from the French West Indies. And ahead in Newsline Sport, a new Soca Warriors head coach selected. Stay with us. Sport is next.
Welcome to my island. Welcome to my Caribbean island. Welcome to my island.
Maybe in my next life, I'll become a golfer.
Grow your business or promote your event through the services offered by the Caribbean Media Corporation and CaribVision. Our distribution provides a platform on cable, terrestrial television, and websites. We cover carnivals and events from across the region. We can bring your event live and alive to the world. For music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today. Trinidad and Tobago Soca Warriors have a new national coach, and the man who steered the Twin Island Republic to its historic qualification for the 2006 World Cup has given his blessing. 42-year-old Dennis Lawrence, who played 89 times for the national side, was named over the weekend to fill the position left vacant by Belgian Tom Saintfi, who resigned earlier this month after less than a month as the senior team's national coach. Lawrence was part of the historic World Cup squad. In fact, it was he who scored the crucial goal in the qualifying playoff against Bahrain that clinched TNT's place at the showpiece in Germany. Since his playing days, he has worked as a coach alongside Roberto Martinez at English Premier League club Everton, and more recently served as a scout for the Belgium national side after Martinez was appointed manager. We get more on reaction to his selection in this report from Paul Montano of CNC3 Sport.
After an initial shortlist of 5, Dennis got the nod and will arrive in the country within the next few days to kickstart his tenure. Former coach Leo Ben Hacker said he had a conversation with Dennis Lawrence and said he believed the former Everton coach is the right man to take up the position as the head coach of the Trinidad and Tobago national men's senior team. A fraction of players in the current setup had wrote to the TTFA asking for an opinion in the next coach. And though Lawrence was not on their list, John Michael Williams said they are more than satisfied about the decision. Carlos Edwards, who was recently recalled to the national team, said Lawrence will be an asset to the team. Edwards went on to say Dennis is a very smart guy when it comes to the game, and it's different to just playing the game, but also knowing the game and studying it. He has the sixth sense about the game, and his leadership will be valuable. Minister of Sport Darrell Smith, who has been asking for a local coach to be hired, said the experience that he has gained in Europe under some of the best coaches in the world, I think will do us well. I am happy it's a local. I am happy it is finally over. He does not have much time, but I think at this point in time, it is important to have somebody who the players are relatively familiar with. Former teammates of Lawrence, Stern John and Denzel Theobald also joined in on congratulating and endorsing Dennis on his new appointment.
Staying with football, Canada came from behind to beat Bermuda 4-2 in a friendly international at the National Stadium on Sunday. Jalen Harvey gave the host an 11th minute lead, but the visitors, who have never lost to Bermuda, replied with 2 quick goals to take 2-1 interval lead. Jonathan grabbed a 22nd minute equalizer before Toussaint Ricketts added a second 2 minutes later. Simmons headed Bermuda level in the 55th minute, but Canada proved too strong in the closing stages, adding further goals through substitute Chapman and Anthony Jackson Hamill. Canada ranked 120th in the world, have now beaten Bermuda, and they're ranked 66 places below them 5 times and drawn 4 times since the teams first met in 1968. Canada won their previous meeting against Bermuda 3-0, and that happened in 2007. Switching sports, Jamaica Scorpions believe they are capable of putting up a strong challenge in the regional Super 50, which bowls off on Tuesday in Barbados. While the 14-man squad will be missing the likes of superstar Chris Gayle and Andre Russell, it will feature the likes of Test batsman Jermaine Blackwood, limited overs all-rounder Rovman Powell, along with a slate of emerging players. Chairman of Selectors Junior Bennett says it's a fairly balanced squad and the captain will have options. Recently retired Test seamer Jerome Taylor has been included in the lineup and joins Reynard Leverage and Gavon Brown in the fast bowling department. Captain and left-arm spinner Nikita Miller heads the slow bowling with leg spinner Damian Jacobs and debutant of spinner Damani Sewell also included. Powell, along with Blackwood opener John Campbell, Andre McCarthy, Chadwick Walton and Devon Thomas are all hard-hitting batsmen. Sewell is the only new face in the squad after impressing selectors with both bat and ball during the trial matches, taking over 13 wickets and also producing a couple of handy knocks. Scorpions will do battle in Zone B of the tournament alongside Barbados Pride, Guyana Jaguars, ICC Americas and combined campuses and colleges Marooners. West Indies captain Jason Holder says he's pleased with the development of his game and is seeking to raise it even further over the coming year. The 25-year-old, who's preparing to lead Barbados Pride in the regional Super 50, said his recent form was cause for encouragement and was now focused on bettering his performances, especially in the longest format. He said, and I quote, "I'm not really too worried about my cricket per se. I think I am in a very good place. Obviously, I would like some more wickets in terms of Test cricket, but I think the last series I had in the UAE should put me in good stead moving forward." End of quote. West Indies faced Pakistan in a 3-test series in United Arab Emirates last October, managing to pull off a 1-1 draw. Holder conjured up his maiden 5-wicket haul in Test as the Caribbean side stunned the hosts by 5 wickets in the third and final Test in Sharjah. The victory was also his first in Tests after taking over the reins in 2015. He said it was important, especially as captain, that he continued to point the way with his performances. Jamaican jockey Ravi Mirage extended his bright early season form when he won twice on the 9-race card at the racetrack on New York on Saturday. Mirage, who also returned to the saddle last November following a 16-month injury break, opened his account with victory in race 4 aboard favourite Can You Dig It. Mirage's first win came over a mile when he steered the brown colt to an easy 2 3/4 length romp over the 3-year-old maidens. Track announcer Travis Stone has that call.
Dig It is coming on with a flourish here. Can You Dig It on the outside, right alongside of Horoscope. Can You Dig It has taken over the lead. And it's a last to first move for Can You Dig It, the 2-1 favorite, as we get things going in the pick six.
And that's the sport. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Caribbean Newsline is brought to you by the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc.
Round Hay Pharmacy now has 2 locations to fill your prescriptions promptly and efficiently. Our branch at One Accord Plaza is open daily, including Sundays and bank holidays. Also, check out our new drive-through location at Warren's Healthcare Complex in Michael, the first and only drive-through pharmacy in Barbados. For more information, call Round Hay One Accord Plaza at 421-7863 and our new drive-through branch at Warren's in Michael at 424-5574.
Welcome to my island. Welcome to my Caribbean island. Welcome to my island.
Maybe in my next life, I'll become a golfer.
Again, the major developments of this day. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister admits he's not satisfied with the state of affairs in the Twin Island Republic. And in sport, Dennis Lawrence named new head coach of Trinidad and Tobago's Soca Warriors. That's Caribbean Newsline. For news and sport around the clock, log on to CanaNews.com. We'll be back here again tomorrow. But from all of us at CMC News, thank you for watching and have yourselves a very good night.